today we're going to have a bit of a psychology lecture, and that's going to stem from the video that I posted 2 days ago now, which I posted a video titled, I blew all of my funded accounts, which I did. And if you're curious of how, you can go back and watch that video. If you didn't watch that video, just to sum it up, I recently blew the accounts that I've had for a while now because I got the amount of payouts I needed on them just before moving to live. So I blew them so I wouldn't get moved to live. And then recently I decided with my next set, I would stack another firm on top. So now I'm using multiple firms, but I didn't have my trade copier set up. So when I passed the evals, I was like, okay, like just for a day or for the rest of this week, it'll be fine. And I'll just switch back and forth between the windows and quickly hit enter, hopefully get the same fill. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Well, Wednesday, the first day that I was doing that, that's also the same day that Tradeovate crashed. And I'm not too familiar with Tradeovate. So when that happened and I placed my order, this error message popped up. I didn't know if I was in the position. I didn't know if it was across all my accounts. I had no idea what was going on. So I was trying to fix that, trying to log in on TradingView, all these different things. And by the time I did that, I realized that because I had switched between the windows so fast to execute on both platforms, I never set my limits, I never set my stops, nothing on the other platform. So when I checked that, those were blown. Then the accounts on Tradeovate, those were blown too. And it all just kind of blew up in my face, which absolutely sucked. Like there's really no worse feeling than blowing just a brand new, fresh set of accounts on multiple firms. Like that, it blows. Now, by the title of this video, you'll see that I already got those accounts back. I've already passed all the evals, I've already activated them, they're ready to go, and it didn't even take me a whole day. So I wanted to get into how I did that, but more importantly, I wanted to talk about how I handled that situation. Okay? This is very important because I could have sat there, and trust me, I did sit there for a minute and kind of dwell over it, I'm not going to lie. But I could have sat there and bitched or whined, broke my computer, and just participate in all of these fatuous actions. But no. What did I do? I took a step back. I took a breather. I made some eggs. Then I went to the gym and I ripped a back day, came back home, I smoked the hookah a little bit, and then I opened my computer and I recorded a YouTube video telling everyone that I blew all of my accounts and it was completely my fault. Completely my fault. Notice how I didn't blame it on Tradeovate. I didn't blame it on the system. I didn't blame it on the market. I said it was completely my fault. And that's how you have to be. That's absolutely how you have to be. I could have had my copy trader set up. I could have gotten more familiar with the platform before I actually started risking money on the platform. I could have done all these things, but I didn't. I was not prepared. I was ill prepared for the day. It ended up biting me in the ass. It's unfortunate, but it happened, and it was on me. Like, I could have sat here and said, oh, it's Tradeovate's fault. Oh, I'm going to contact support. I'm going to spam them. That's gay, okay? That's gay. Like, you can't do that. Especially in trading, if you want to make it long term, you have to take accountability for all of your actions, no matter how small they seem. You have to take accountability for everything because this is a you versus you game. It is not you versus the market. It's not you versus the prop firm or the platform. It is you versus you. You make your decisions. You probably got into trading because you don't want to work the 9 to 5. You don't want to have some boss tell you when you can take a piss or not. But that comes with the responsibility of making decisions that a professional boss would make. You have nobody to sit here and tell you what to do. You have to be the professional and you have to think logically and keep a level head at all times. At all times. The moment you start spiraling out of control and start making impulsive decisions, and let's say this happened to you and you got on there and just started spam buying funded accounts and blowing more of them, like that is what just cooks traders. And that's why most don't make it longevity wise because they can't control themselves. And it's terrible. Most people, if they experienced what happened to me, they would sit there and dwell over it for days or even a week, and you're making no progress. You don't move forward that way. No, I regathered myself. I looked at the situation and I asked myself, what is the best possible move forward that I can make from here? The past already happened. I can't change shit. The only thing I can change is how I go about it from here. So I decided that the only logical thing that I could do was, first of all, journal what had happened, learn from it. I've been doing this for years now, and I still journal very frequently. Like, the moment you stop learning, you stop succeeding. So that was step one. Step two was, well, I need my accounts back. So I bought more accounts and I just took the night, got some rest, woke up in the morning, and I had a clear, level head. With trading, you have to leave prior days in the past. Every day starts at zero. Every single day. I don't care if you made 20 grand the day before. I don't care if you blew all your accounts the day before. Every single day is a new day and you have to treat it like that. Yesterday morning, I didn't end up taking any trades. I didn't see anything that I liked that I had full confidence in, even with just evals, so I stayed out for the morning. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos, you know I trade evals extremely aggressively, okay? Most evals, you have like either a 5K profit target, and you have a 50% consistency rule with a drawdown of like between 2 and 4K. And the ones I was trading, the ones that I got, it's the profit target is 3K, drawdown is 2K, 50% consistency rule, so I need to make 1,500 in 2 days, okay? So the way that I go about that, the way that I perceive it, I am risking 2,000 to make 1,500 in 2 days. I'm trying to pass them as quick as possible because I know that more than likely if I pass the eval, I'm going to get a significant return on my investment when I get to the funded account because I know how to properly risk. I know how to do this the right way and take payouts. So I'm trying to get through the eval as fast as possible. Nobody likes fucking eval jail. That sucks. So around 2:30 yesterday in the afternoon, I opened up the charts, and just by looking at the chart, I got a pretty good idea of what direction price wanted to go in. And with evals, that's really all I'm looking for. Do I have a pretty confident bias on what direction price wants to go towards? And I am slapping the position, risking the whole account to make whatever I need to meet the consistency target, in this case 1,500. And I originally took a position on all the accounts. I don't manage this position, by the way. I don't trail my stop. The only time I will ever manage an eval trade is if price is just edging my take profit by like a point or two, then I'll go break even. Other than that, I'm letting the probabilities play out. The first trade I took, I blew the accounts. Okay, I blew a full set of the brand new accounts. Whatever, that's fine. That's part of it. Okay, I'm looking to pass these fast. I'm not tripping over that. So I get another set of accounts. I wait a little bit to make sure it's still clear. And once my bias is reconfirmed, I enter a very similar trade, very similar. And this time that trade plays out and I hit for 1,500. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. Well, the good thing is how that works is because I took that trade before market closed, now after 6 p.m., the next day opens. So my P&L sets back to zero. So now I can pass the eval with another trade just making 1,500. So I went to the gym, I hit a leg day, I got back home around 10 o'clock and I opened up the charts. And once again, I could get a pretty good idea of where price wanted to go. So I waited for more confirmation, waited for a retracement, made sure that I had a safe entry, and I entered a position doing the same exact thing. I'm not changing a thing. I'm risking the full 2K drawdown to make the 1,500, and sure enough, the trade hit. And just like that, I think that took me, so what? I was trading between 2 p.m. and I think 10:30, 11 is when I got out. So about 9 hours to get reallocated on all the firms. 9 hours is all it took. And that is because I took a step back. I got level headed and then I executed the exact same way I would execute under any other circumstances. And that's the thing with trading is once you have a proven system, once you've proven yourself over a certain period of time, you can't let the results affect you. Things are going to happen. Trading is there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs, and you just have to ride the wave and be as level headed as possible. Because the moment you start letting the results affect you, emotions come into play, you start messing with your strategy, making decisions you shouldn't be making, and then the statistic isn't the same anymore because you're changing the process, you're changing the system, and so that statistic, it's not applicable anymore. Now you're messing with it based on your emotions, and now your system isn't even a system. And the whole reason why I wanted to talk about this is from recent personal experience, I wanted to share with you guys that it is never, ever the end of the world. No matter how deep of a hole you're in, pause. It's never the end of the world. You can always dig yourself out. You have to stay level-headed. You can't be in an environment where you're making decisions based off of emotions, because that is what will ruin your trading, and those are the setbacks that are actually going to set you back and lower that number in your bank account. And before you know it, you'll spiral out of control, and that's when you get fucked. So, moral of the story, don't be a bitch. Take accountability for every single thing you do. Don't look in the past, always be looking forward, and execute professionally no matter the circumstances. But with that all being said, as always, I have the link to join my free Discord. That's going to be in the description of this video. I post my bias every single day. I review you guys' trades. I'll commentate throughout market open. Just overall, a super helpful community to be a part of, and it's free. So nothing to lose there. But with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go hit some chest. Peace.